just want to correct the record, something I said yesterday, because I don't like to give out bad information. And I corrected it yesterday, but I want to correct it again. I confused the Schlapps and the Zieglers because there's so much corruption in the Family Values Party. I can't keep it all straight. There's always a new scandal. There's always a new grift, a new lie, a new scheme. Reminds me of a certain family I know. But anyway, so the difference between the Zieglers and the Schlapps, okay? Quickly, Matt Schlapp was the head of the American Conservative Union. That's a high-level Republican conservative position in the Republican machine. So Matt Schlapp got accused by two different men of him grabbing their penises. Again, conservative family values guy. Really shouldn't be grabbing cocks, right? If you're out there preaching family values every day and alleged conservative values that you believe in, that you want people to support your party for. And again, I don't care if someone's gay or bisexual. That's not the problem. The problem is when you preach against gays and bisexuals and all that because you're a conservative politician type or you're part of the conservative family values machine. That's hypocrisy at the highest level. And, you know, every closeted gay Republican, and there are many that are in government, those same people, they come out against gay people's rights and gay marriage and all that. Meanwhile, they're gay themselves. I mean, it's just the ultimate hypocrisy. That's the problem I have. Matt Schlapp's wife is named Mercedes Schlapp. So she has to now deal with the backlash. And believe me, I've seen her comment section on Twitter. People always bring it up. And when Matt Schlapp puts a post on Twitter, people always bring up the grabbing junk stuff. Because it's a literal neon sign saying hypocrite, liar, hypocrite, liar. Now the Zieglers, they're Florida people. Christian Ziegler, the first name Christian, right? He's the one being accused of rape because him and his wife, Bridget Ziegler, co-founder of Moms for Liberty. I explained what Moms for Liberty does in the last video. You know, they love to ban books, burn books, talk about family values. They love to get on school boards and fuck up your school. They just love that shit. They love the control aspect of it. Meanwhile, while they're preaching family values and telling your little children what they can and can't read, they're having threesomes with a woman. They're inviting a woman into the bedroom with them and having threesomes. What does that mean? That means Christian Ziegler's wife, Bridget, is bisexual. That's what that means, at least. So they had prior threesomes with this woman that accuses Christian Ziegler of rape. Christian Ziegler was head of the Florida Republican Party. That's a pretty high position in the Republican Party, to be head of the party for a certain state. Pretty high up there, right? Always preaching family values, anti-gay stuff, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, him and his wife are having threesomes with a woman. So one day, the woman thinks they're both coming over her house to have a threesome again. But then Christian texts her and says, it's just going to be me this time. In other words, I just want to have sex with you. My wife's somewhere else. The woman responded to Christian by saying, I'm not really into you. I'm into your wife. I'm in this for being with your wife. So obviously this woman likes girls. She doesn't like Christian Ziegler. She doesn't want to just have sex with him by themselves. So the story I read about the incident, there are some details, and he kind of basically, you know, said, I'm coming over anyway, and he kind of forced his way in a little bit and forced the situation, and the woman is claiming that he raped her. So my point basically with the video yesterday again was the hypocrisy that these family values people keep putting forth. They literally preach against the lifestyle they're living behind closed doors. They want to tell other people how to live as if they're perfect and they have no skeletons. Those types of people have the biggest skeletons and the most skeletons in their closet. And all these stories I've relayed to you over the years about the Family Values Party is the evidence that what I'm saying is true. So many of these people have huge skeletons in their closet and should not be preaching anything to anyone, because they're doing the exact opposite of what they preach. And they're criticizing liberals and socialists and gays and lesbians and transsexuals. Meanwhile, they're all doing the same thing behind closed doors in different ways. It's pure, bloody hypocrisy. And let me add one more thing. Ron DeSantis and his wife, are they not cringe as fuck? Ron DeSantis doesn't even know how to pretend to be human, just like Donald Trump doesn't even know how to pretend to be human. And in politics, you need to at least be able to pretend to be human. Elon Musk is another great example of that. The guy is socially awkward, cringe as fuck, everything he says and does. It's not good. It's like dealing with a robot that has no soul. But back to DeSantis and his wife. They creep me the fuck out. What I'm trying to say is they, in my opinion, must have huge fucking skeletons in their closet. And I'm really surprised it hasn't come out yet. I wouldn't be surprised if Ron's into a little alternative lifestyle himself. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. The guy is so fucking cringe and socially awkward. It's ridiculous. So I personally believe, even though nothing has come out yet, that there are some really big skeletons in the DeSantis closet. And the guy's presidential run was an absolute joke. He couldn't even, again, just every time he was around other human beings, he just had no clue how to act. It was ridiculous. It was cringe. Every single appearance the man made. And he was another one trying to out-evil the other family values people, seeing if he could be more Trumpy than Trump himself. It didn't work out that way. They still want the orange guy, the Family Values Party, the rapist, the traitor, the con man, the fake businessman who inherited all his money and got a lot of money through money laundering and other evil, terrible things. That's who the Family Values voters want as their president. Kind of goes against the concept of family values, right? When the guy you're voting for is a adjudicated rapist. But hey, who am I to judge, right? Anyway, have a good day.